I intend to continue being Jewish because it shaped who I was growing up, and like my morals were just defined by it. I wouldn't be who I was today without going to school every Sunday.
Yes, I do intend to continue being Jewish because I really like the Jewish religion, and I want to keep living by it. Sorry, I couldn't read what I wrote, but I do want to keep living by it, and I think that's really important. I couldn't imagine not being Jewish. It'd be weird. Yeah. Because I like the Jewish religion, and I want to keep living by it. It's really important to me. Also because I was Jewish my whole life up until now, and it'd be weird to not be Jewish anymore. And like when I'm older, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I was Jewish. Like that'd be weird. You gotta continue with it.
Because the Jewish people before me had so much hardship that allowed us to be Jewish now. The Jewish people went through to allow us to be Jewish now.
Going to camp in 2010 and 2013, I really enjoyed that, and it made me see that there's other people, like kids that are Jewish too, and like I can relate to them. And Nifty has been really fun with and going to events a few times a year is like, and just hang out with other Jewish kids, and being bat mitzvah really made me see what like being Jewish was about.
So, like, after my bar mitzvah, I really had no incentive to be Jewish, but after I joined Nifty, kind of like what Darcy was saying, my whole demeanor on, like, Judaism just changed, because there's so many, like, Jewish teams just together and having a great time that it, like, inspires you to continue on.
Something that always made me want to stay Jewish, is wanting to go to Israel, and always hearing so much about Israel, express my Zionism.
Well, for like the near future,
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue doing Nifty after confirmation, of course, and then even in college, like I'm still gonna come back on the breaks and go to temple and keep being Jewish, and then when I'm older, I'm definitely gonna raise my kids Jewish.
Similar, like, I'll go to temple, when I get older, and I'll raise my kids Jewish, so it's always in my household.
I will continue my years at Nifty, then I will go to Israel this summer. If I reach my goal and go to United States Naval Academy, I can do I think it's a Jewish Midshipmen's Club.
Well, like, it's important for us to continue as a whole because, like, Judaism has such a rich history, and for thousands and thousands of years, we've been continuing this religion, so you don't have to die out now.
I think as a people, Jewish people, we've strived through so much, and to just end now after all the past would be a waste. And like there was everything that they've struggled through, and the religion just survived and kept going, even though a lot of people wanted us to like be gone. We are still here, and we're not leaving.
I think we should stay Jewish and keep the Jewish heritage on. There's been so much anti-Semitism where people want us to be gone off, and they don't want us to even be a religion. If we just stopped and we stopped being a religion, some people would be fine with that, and that would make them win. And that's what they want.
But personally, I really agree with like a lot of the rules in the Jewish religion. I agree with most of the Jewish. I like how we accept people.
Like, it's the same thing. Like, I agree with most of, like, especially with the rack trip when we had to make our speeches to the representatives and we were, like, using the Jewish values for our speeches. Like, I agreed with most of those.
Well, I believe that Judaism, or any religion, gives people hope because in times of hardship.
I enjoy going to services. It's like once in a while, it's just like on a spiritual level. It's like nice to like be together with other like Jewish people and praying. I feel like it's spiritually comforting.
Well, just like make sure your kids have like a good Jewish experience. Like I had a good Jewish experience going to temple and going to Nifty, and hopefully going to Israel and stuff like that. So hopefully, if my kids could have a similar experience, then they can pass it on to their kids, and I'll just continue.
You need a temple, like to go to. Like if you move and you have to go find another temple, a safe Jewish place to go to.
Well, you need to make sure that your kids enjoy growing up Jewish and don't think of it as a burden. Like when I was younger, personally, like I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm Jewish, I have to go to temple, boring, and I wouldn't enjoy it. But as I grew up, I realized that it wasn't really much of a burden, and it was something to be proud of. So I want to make sure my kids feel the same way and they don't think it's a burden. They need to agree with the Jewish values as well as like I do. Not like exactly like me, that'd be kind of creepy, but
Because usually after you have your bar mitzvah, people leave and they just don't want to be Jewish anymore because that's what they're. You want to go to temple and you want to keep going to temple because you like your Jewish heritage.
Confirmation is more of a choice than like your bar mitzvah was. So you're basically just saying like I do enjoy going to temple and I do enjoy being a part of this bigger culture, and I'm going to pass it on to my kids.
to help keep being Jewish, like going to Israel's is going to be probably really helpful because I'm going this summer. And I think seeing the Jewish homeland, the Holy Land, and seeing that there's like a whole place for Jews to be and be safe, it'll be really like on a spiritual level, it'll be helpful. And I think that'll help me on wanting to continue to be Jewish.